she didn't believe in my dream and my goals. I used to want her to support me so much. I thought there was gonna be a woman I was gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? Every dime that I got, where I was working, I gave it to her. The only thing I wanted to do was get me a haircut and pay my cell phone bill so I could, shoot my video.
Right.
But I felt like at the time the money, it wasn't coming fast enough.
Right.
It wasn't there. So she went to, you need to get a job.
Let me tell y'all something. I don't blame his girlfriend for telling him to get a freaking job and kick him out of her house. I don't blame her, because ain't nothing funny when that rent due when you ain't got the money. Ain't nothing funny about that. After I pay my bills, like the 1st or 2nd of the month, I can't laugh again until the 5th. I can't laugh again until I re-up. And I got the money. Ain't nothing funny when you got bills due and it's a man in your house who's not contributing. But in all seriousness though, that was really her fault for even letting that man live with her, because what you mean he ain't...
Well, I can't do this no more, so you might have to, go do something else. So it sent me to my grandmama's house. You know what I'm saying? So I was staying with my grandma for a little minute. And at that moment...
But that happened at late at night, where that was like...
Yeah.
So she put you out like 2, 3 in the morning?
Yeah, and it's crazy, I cried, I cried, I was crying already. When you chasing something, man, you trying to make this shit work. And man, I remember this shit like yesterday, bro. I was trying to talk to her. She
mean he ain't got no job and you let him live with you. What was the point of him being there? He could have did that at his mama house. And that's exactly where he went back to, his mama house. Sometimes men just gotta get out the mud. You can't help men. In all seriousness, for real, men have to do things the hard way. As a woman, when you help a man, you low-key shoot yourself in the foot. You really are. They're never gonna appreciate what you did for them. They're gonna resent you for feeling like he couldn't do it himself and he had to get up. It's risky because who knows if he's gonna stick with you if you do help him. He might get up and then be like, oh, okay, now I can afford the woman I want. He gonna leave you. It's always a risk. It ain't even worth it.
Years ago.
Now, don't get in your feelings, fellas. Let's just use this as a learning experience. Now, her and women like her are running with this narrative that he didn't have a job and blah, 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 blah. When he clearly said that he was working and he was giving her all of the money. All he cared about was getting a haircut and paying his phone bill. So what is this really about? I like to call it the invisible ceiling. It's her holding you back deliberately and you don't even realize. See, when you step your game up in life, they have to step their game up. They have to be more respectful. They actually have to watch how they talk to you. They have to now provide you real value. They have to actually be good to you, because typically when you become more successful and purposeful, you start to realize your worth, and they don't have it in them to be what's required to be with a man like you. So they shame, sabotage, and manipulate you into mediocrity because it makes them more comfortable. Women like her don't really have love in them for a man for whatever reason, and you can hear it by how hard she speaks. Women like that see men as a utility, and the minute you realize you aren't, they're gonna start causing havoc. Women who have it in them to be loving, caring, nurturing, and supportive are going to do it because that's just who they are. Any woman that I'm committed to, I'm going to take care of, love, protect, lead, and provide for, because that's who I am as a man. And if she cheats on me or she leaves me, guess what? With the next woman, I'm going to be the same way, because that's who I am as a man. What you hear from her and women like her are excuses. She also mentioned, who knows if he's gonna stick around if you do help and support him? Nah, they know they really don't support you, and they know that deep down you know that. They know that they be talking to you crazy and disrespectful, and that it's only a matter of time. They know that they don't treat you with love, care, and support, and they know what's gonna happen when you realize your value. Now this little piece is for the ladies. Ladies, please listen to me. Men don't leave women who are respectful and non-problematic. Now, there's a segment of men out there who will mistreat you, cheat on you, and even dog you, even if you are this great, loving, caring, and supportive woman. But they'll never leave you. Remember that. So instead of making excuses, let's just worry about you being problematic.